let's talk about the coaching because you are extremely enthusiastic about Kyle for good reason. And you feel that was one of, if not the best jobs he's done as a head coach. And I would agree with that. What stood out to you about that performance?
Okay, so the thing to me that always stands out about Kyle is just his ability to get his quarterbacks comfortable and in rhythm right away. And I think it's underrated. And I think maybe because I look at Kyle and think of him so highly, it makes me a little lower on Mullins than most people are, I think, and you are. And I guess I think even though I'm less critical of Jimmy, I think I actually am lower on him than you. I think you think he's on the precipice of being a top 10 to 12 quarterback.
Jimmy?
I don't think that. Yeah, I don't.
I may have said that in the offseason to endear myself to 49ers fans, but I don't really.
I personally don't believe that. And I think the reason is that it's because there's so many things that Kyle does to make it so easy for the quarterback. And even yesterday with Nick Mullins, you can see the dichotomy between what Jason Garrett did for his quarterback, Daniel Jones, and what Kyle did for Nick Mullins. Kyle got him a lot of easy throws, easy completions, stuff he's comfortable with to get him into a rhythm. Jason Garrett was running Wayne Gallman up the middle into Fred Warner's hands for a yard and saying Daniel Jones go make a play on 3rd and 8.
Yeah,
and I think
kind of stuff Niner fans are very familiar with from if you're old enough.
Right, and I think we all love. We all understand the offensive genius that Kyle is. I think you've questioned his leadership in the past, and for him to go through that kind of injury, for them to complain about the turf, for them to not have starters in just about every position, and then walk in back on the same turf and absolutely demolish the Giants. It just speaks to the kind of leader he is, the kind of coach he is, and just how happy I am that he's a coach for the team I support.
Yeah, I think there's really nothing he has left to prove in September, October, November, December, or even January. I mean, the only thing he can do at this point is seal the deal. He's pretty much shown that he's the tier right below. He has one more thing to prove in his life. One more. We know, people who know Vish know that you're really enthusiastic about Kyle. But what about Saleh? I mean, you last time on the show, he was very much like, hey, we got to be a little harder on Robert. I know you like him. Let's be fair, which was fair. But now he's had really 2 good games in a row going against bad teams, but still. Is he improving in your eyes? What do you see from him?
So I've definitely not been as high on Robert Saleh as Grant. I don't think I've always been super high on Robert Saleh in general, but I thought the job he did yesterday was phenomenal. I thought he was very much helped by the fact that Kyle's offense held the ball for so long.
Yes.
But he did an outstanding job mixing it up by blitzing. I thought he blitzed more than I've ever seen him blitz. I'm saying that just off watching the TV the game on TV, but I thought he blitzed more than he's ever blitzed. I thought he was phenomenal in the sense that it seemed like they played a lot of man coverage. They were really aggressive, and I just thought he did an outstanding job covering up for the many people that he was missing on that defense.
No doubt. Now, here's what I see from Robert Saleh. This is just my interpretation. On 1st and 2nd down, he's pretty faithful to Gus Bradley and Pete Carroll and what he learned there. On 3rd down, he's in another world. I would say he's closer to what Bill Belichick tries. He tries to be more like what the Patriots do on 3rd down. Pressures, man coverage. Now, he can't always pull it off, and I think when Richard Sherman's in the game, he feels a little nervous calling man in any situation. But with Verrett in, you saw it. I mean, even with Dante Johnson in, he was calling a lot of man coverage with blitzes on 3rd down. And to me, that is, if you're pro Robert Saleh and you think that he's more than just a leader, that he's actually a good tactician, you're going to point at what he does on 3rd down. That's his signature of all the Pete Carroll disciples. He's very creative with his pressures, and I like the way he leveraged Fred Warner as a threat. Now, I don't know if it's too early to transition to the next topic, but the way he used Warner is reminiscent of the way Vic Fangio used Navarro Bowman 7-8 years ago.
Can I just make one more point regarding Saleh?
Yes, let's not go to Fred Warner yet. Yes, let's.
So my bad for interrupting you, but so someone in the comments section actually brought up that the Rams game is going to be his biggest test, and I totally agree with that.
Let's talk about it.
And the other point I wanted to make is that it seems that he's gone away from the Pete Carroll book quite a bit. It seems that on first and second down, rather than playing cover 3, they've adopted split safety.
Now, I think Pete Carroll does that too now. I think they've kind of all transitioned away.
But it was not what he learned with him.
It's not what he learned. Not what he learned. Yep. You're right. Yeah. It's interesting to see how that coaching tree has evolved, because they have high-level success and it's consistent, but it's kind of like not quite good enough anymore. They have to add something else to the formula, and they're getting close. They're getting close. They still have highly rated defenses, but they break down deep in the playoffs.